Hi everyone, it's me, Kim Forrester, here with a little bite-sized thrive. Now, it's been many months since I've been making these videos, and there's a reason for that. Life brought to me a decision, a big decision, that was actually right for me to follow. And in the tradition of big decisions, it did take up a lot of time and resources and energy to sort of see that process through. But here I am today because over the last few months, I have really been thinking about sharing with you the difference between what is right for us and what feels comfortable for us. I think it's a really important discernment to make when we have these big and not so big life decisions to make. I'll get to my situation a little bit later on. So when we are doing something that is right for us, right, we have an opportunity that comes to us. And for those of you who have a spiritual worldview or a faith, it may be that you feel you are guided by, a spirit guide or some form of guide from the spirit realm. It may be that you have a god or gods that you feel have brought you this opportunity. If you are more human focused, you may say, oh, that's my intuition. Regardless of where the sort of inspiration comes from, the decision comes to you, it has to be filtered through your rational brain to become a thought. So regardless of what divine source or what, human-centered force you feel this information has come from or this idea has come from, it has to come through our conscious mind and it has to be put into language in order for us to sort of articulate it to ourselves. And therein lies the problem. Because embedded in our psychology, embedded in our conscious mind, and I don't care who you are or how much work you've done, we all still have these old, outdated patterns, mental habits, and biases that sort of simmer under the surface of our conscious mind. So whenever an idea comes to us, whether it's being filtered through the very biases, patterns, mental habits that we've had for almost all of our life. What happens then is that when a decision lands, right, when we go, aha, that there seems to be the way forward, I think what we're often doing is we're landing in the place that is most comfortable to us. We talk about often, follow your heart, do what feels right. Now, what feels right is a synonym for what feels comfortable. Okay, and that means that it's come through the filter and it's like, oh yeah, well, there's nothing pushing back on any of those biases and there's nothing pushing back on any of those old mental patterns or the way it's been done before. If there is a sense of ease with a decision, it could actually be that that's because it's not going to change anything in your life. It's not going to change the way you think or grow or your perspective on the world. It's just really comfortable for you because it resonates with everything that you have done and chosen in your past. What is right, as I have found out over the past few months, what is right for us is often something that means we are growing, we're pushing beyond the boundaries of ourselves, we're expanding, we are asking and demanding greater of ourselves, and none of that feels particularly comfortable. So here's what I want to encourage you all to do. If you have a big life decision or a smaller life decision, it might be career or work or relationships, check in with the decision that you've made and just ask yourself, am I feeling that this is right for me? Or am I just feeling that this is really comfortable for me? Because those two can mean completely different things in terms of what you're going to gain from following that particular path or that particular choice, that decision. How do we know something is right for us and not just comfortable? Well, I would say that you look for confrontation rather than comfort. So that's the first thing, right? What is right for us? I knew that moving from Singapore, our 20 years abroad, moving back home to New Zealand was right for me. And I knew it was right for me because it was calling to me. And yet it disrupted my life in absolutely incredible ways and really challenging ways over the last 6 to 10 months. So there was a lot of confrontation involved in that process. Instead of ease, look for enticement. And what I mean is that instead of something comes to you and you go, oh, that would be really easy to do, that to me resonates with comfort, not rightness, because what is right for us can often appear quite overwhelming or just out of our reach, and yet it is enticing us, it is pulling us forward through those challenges, through those hurdles, and through the self-doubt. So that's just a couple of ways that you can check in and just make sure that the decision you're making is right for you and not just comfortable for you. So there you go. I am now back on board, back on social media. It's delightful to have you here with me. And of course, if you would like to check in with a decision that you have in your life right now, I am providing my private consultations. Check it out at kimforrester.net, and I'll help you discern whether what you're looking at is something that is comfortable for you or something that's perhaps going to be really right for you in the end. Be well. I'll see you next time. Bye.